Hello, children. It is I, Snow White, here to tell you all about your favorite nursery rhymes. Now, I know my genre is more fairy tale than nursery rhyme, but what with COVID-19 running rampant in the streets, I couldn't run out and buy a Mother Goose outfit. So Snow White I am, and Snow White it is. Let's start with Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Now, children, you know that Humpty Dumpty is an egg, right? But how do you know that? It's not actually mentioned anywhere in the rhyme. Maybe Humpty was a champagne flute or a fine china bowl. Anyway, whatever Humpty was, he fell off the wall and probably broke into hundreds of pieces. So who did they get to fix him? Horses. That would have been my first choice, I guess. But I guess the horses made things worse because after they finished, even the king's men were too late and poor Humpty was done for. Let's move on. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. Now, children, this is a very dark rhyme indeed, much darker than you might think. You see, I knew Mary, and she was very contrary. In fact, Mary was a very bitter woman. Now, children, your assignment after this video ends is to go to your magic Google mirror and look up the etymology of the name Mary. Anyway, it turns out that Mary was a serial killer, and she would bury her victims in her garden all in a row, and she collected silver bells and cockle shells from the scenes of the crimes as mementos. Aren't nursery rhymes fun right before bed, children? Let's move on. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Now, I don't think it's a very good idea to put a well on top of a hill, seeing as you're, so far from the water table. But what do I know? I'm just a princess with a master's degree in engineering. They don't seem to mention that in the stories, do they, children? Anyway, what happened next? Well, up Jack got and home did trot, as fast as he could caper, to old Dame Dob, who patched his knob with vinegar and brown paper. Now, Jack was a smart boy. He went to an experienced medical practitioner who knew just what to do. Oh, and children, if they come up with a vaccine for COVID-19, don't get it. Because we all know that vaccines lead to autism, mercury poisoning, and the tendency to vote for left-wing parties. In fact, I read a study recently that showed that as of November 2019, 100% of people who patched themselves up with vinegar and brown paper rather than getting vaccinated died of easily preventable diseases, but not COVID-19. What happened to Jill, you may ask? It doesn't matter. Jill was only a girl. Okay, next nursery rhyme. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? Well, this song is very confusing. It's not even about sixpence at all. And I honestly don't know what you would do with a pocket full of rye. Under what situation would that come in handy? Also, a 24-bird pie is rather large. As you know, the 7 dwarfs work in a mine, and even after a long day of plumbing my depths for pleasure, of plumbing the depths for treasure, they couldn't finish such a pie. And if the birds began to sing when the pie was opened, it was probably undercooked. Food safety is important, children. Like that time I was given that apple by that nice lady. I made sure to wash it thoroughly and cook it very well before eating it, and I think that was a wise move. A 24-bird pie is not dainty, no. It's gargantuan. Just like bashful. Ladies, go for the shy ones, because they're not compensating for a lack of anything.
That was a good
Oh.
day's work. Sure.
I think I hear the dwarfs returning. I must go and attend to their every need. Now, children, I know it's hard being housebound, but the 7 dwarfs and I have found wonderful ways to amuse ourselves at home. So long for now from Snow White.
Hello people of YouTube. I filmed this video in Canada right at the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis here. Our city is pretty much on lockdown with everything shut down. I normally do live stand-up comedy, but all of the comedy venues are closed until further notice. You can support local businesses, restaurants, bars, comedy clubs, theaters by buying gift certificates and enjoying them later once the crisis has passed. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.